Matt Manueller, Washington's 13th District State Representative, is a Republican, husband, father, and professor. He supports more vocational education, opposes the income and carbon tax, and defends the Second Amendment. Vote Manueller for your state rep.
I'm Matt Manueller.
And we approve this message.
After playing their first two games of the season on the road, the Wenatchee Panthers returned to the Apple Bowl for the first time in 2018 to play a squad that wasn't even in their own country on Friday night. The Mount Boucheray Bears paid a visit to the States from their home over 200 miles away across international lines in West Kelowna, British Columbia, to play the Panthers in what's become somewhat of an annual early season meeting between the two schools. And after only one quarter of play, the Bears were probably wishing they were back across the border and tucked snugly in their dens, since they never came out of hibernation both offensively or defensively. Wenatchee racked up 4 rushing touchdowns in the game's first 12 minutes, all by junior Nate Blauman, and tacked on a safety for good measure to take a commanding 29-0 lead. The Panthers continued their onslaught of points in the second quarter as well, scoring 4 more times to up their leverage of dominance by a 56-0 count at halftime. That lead of 40 or more points led to a running clock in the second half by virtue of WIAA regulations, but Wenatchee still managed to add another pair of touchdowns to finish the night and shut out Mount Boucheray the rest of the abbreviated way to skin the Bears by a final score of 70-0.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, boys!
The Panthers rushed for 369 yards in the contest while holding their opponents to a paltry 58 total yards of offense. Nate Blauman eventually tallied 7 touchdowns in all to break a 10-year-old school record for individual scores in a single game. Wenatchee's big victory was their first of the season and moves them to 1-2 overall before opening their Big Nine schedule next Friday, back on the road in Yakima against the Eisenhower Cadets. Meanwhile, across the Columbia River last night, the Eastmont Wildcats found themselves in a far more competitive contest with the visiting Ellensburg Bulldogs. Both teams registered a pair of touchdowns in the first half, but a missed point-after try found the Wildcats down by 1 at 14-13 going into the locker room.
Leading the tackling for the Wildcats, Chance Garcia. Logan Malik with the pass reception for the Bulldogs.
In the second half, Eastmont came out tough, shutting out the Bulldogs' offense through its entirety and knocking Ellensburg's 6'5" junior starting quarterback Ryan Ferguson out of the game. His replacement, senior Brady Helgeson, proved largely ineffective in the face of constant pressure by the Wildcats' defense. On offense, it was senior running back Victor Welton who played the marquee role in Eastmont's smash-mouth second-half performance as he consistently plowed over, through, and around the Bulldogs' defense, including for what would be the game-winning touchdown on a 36-yard right-side sweep. The TD capped off a big night for Welton and was his second of the contest in helping to propel the Wildcats to a 20-14 win.
I don't know, it feels good to get a win as a team. They came out, hit us hard in the mouth at the beginning, but we got it done. We came out with the dub, so yeah.
You hit them pretty hard in the mouth too.
Yeah.
A lot of hard running out there. Where's that come from?
I don't know, just good coaching, I guess.
About that long one, that feel pretty good to get the game winner tonight?
Yeah, felt pretty good, I guess.
Good job rising up and overcoming adversity. Okay? Not our best ball game, but when it counted, it was time to make plays. Both sides made plays tonight. Okay? Defense overcame some adversity, had some times where the ball was down there, rose up, made plays near the end zone. Offense, that's why we practice 4-minute drill right there. Ice it. Okay? We had some guys make great plays. We finally ran a buck sweep correctly. Good job, Victor.
The victory was the Wildcats' 8th in a row dating back to last season and moved them to a mark of 3-0 to start this season. Eastmont's quest to remain perfect in 2018 will be put to a road test next Friday as they travel to Spokane to take on the West Valley Eagles. Reporting for iFiber One Sports, I'm Chris Hansen.